Pack one, pick one. Uh, Deadly Visit is the safe, rewarding, and fun pick. League Guildmage is the most interesting pick. I would love to play League Guildmage there, but I'm going to pick Deadly Visit. If Deadly Visit wasn't in this pack, I would speculate on League Guildmage, even though Smelt Ward Minotaur is a safer pick and it's very good in Boros. But Deadly Visit. Maybe we'll end up in Golgari, chat. You never know. Alright, second pick. Immediately punish. Well, not punish, but we're going to speculate on the Conclave Tribunal. The rare's missing in this pack. But Conclave Tribunal is very strong. We don't know if we're going to be playing it yet. Third pick. Hypothesis is okay. Unexplained Disappearance is okay. Glowshore Shaman is really good at taking the bombs from your deck and putting them in your graveyard. And Discovery Dispersal is alright, but not particularly exciting. Pretty bad pack. We could go with two colors we don't already have. We could go with a... I mean, this is probably the safest of the cards. And anytime you don't pick safe in draft, you get massively punished. Alright. We can run this in an all-black deck, too. The first part of it's good enough. Alright. Crawl Swarm as a win condition. Flower to flourish as a trap card to bait people into playing Selesnya. A Pitiless Gorgon is a 2/2 that dies. So that's a positive. And a Darkblade Agent. The Surveil synergies. It's almost certainly the Darkblade Agent. This form's okay. It's like a slightly more aggressive Bats. But it's pretty unexciting too. Like occasionally you win a grindy game with this, but a lot of times it's just eh. I mean, if we try to go Golgari, this card's slightly better in Golgari than this card, because this card's not playable in Golgari. You see what I did there? I showed you guys hidden interactions of cards. Turns out when you're not running blue mana sources, cards with blue mana requirements aren't quite as good. We can perhaps record this as some sort of wisdom that will probably outlive me. Dazzling Lights is pretty fucking good too. I don't want to play Dimir again. I really don't. I just played Dimir. I'm tired of playing Dimir in the drafting, but let's grab the Darkblade Agent. Alright, what's next? Swathcutter Giant. There are no blue or black cards. There is a green card, Prey Upon, but this deck looks very far from Prey Upon. We could be on the Boros, the mid-range Boros plan with Swathcutter Giant. It could be glorious. It's a Child of Night, which is totally playable. Might of the Masses. Flight of the Equinauts. This is another mid-range Boros big dude plan. Oh yeah, I assume you're here, Breaker X Games, for the on target commentary and cutting insights into the heart of I almost said Dimir drafting. That'd be a Freudian slip. Of Ravnica drafting. We're on the giant Boros plan right now, right? Yeah, we just don't play Deadly Visit. Oh, we don't have green yet. We could grab green just to really cover our bases, just in case something good shows up. This card is really unexciting, but it's hilarious when it resolves. Let's grab it for the lulz. All right, Darkblade Agent number 2. Pilfering Imp. Child of Night. Dimir Guildgate. Pretty far from is it? So the Dimir Guildgate for splashing for Deadly Visits isn't that useful. We could grab another Darkblade Agent, or we could start speculating on Golgari. I have just a very strong desire to lose all my gems. I mean, play a color that isn't Dimir or Boros. This is... I mean, we only have one blue card so far, chat. This is fine in a black deck. This is a very powerful black card we'd like to play. And we've got some white cards that we could splash for. We could be Golgari splashing white. In which case, I really would like to pick up one of these. These are much better Golgari cards. I think I'm on the Child of Night plan. It's okay in Dimir still. These cards are pretty bad. But if we're Golgari splashing white, the Gilgate is something we want. If we're Golgari splashing white, or if we are Dimir splashing green, this card is fine. Could also pick up the Urban Utopia. Grab a Golgari Gilgate. There's another Selesnya Gilgate. Same issue. None of these cards are worth playing, basically. The Beetle's pretty good. The Ceratok technically is a playable. I mean, but we could... I mean, I like this color curve. Like, we're running the rainbow over here, so I feel like we should get some more red-white in there to represent. Yeah. Get all the colors. Another Hammer Dropper or Gird for Battle. Yeah. Maniacal Rage. And a Gravitic Punch. All right, we're everywhere. Second Conclave Tribunal looking pretty nice right about now. This is why we stay open for the reward cards. I'm not playing Camaraderie. I played this now once and it just sat in my hand every time and I just died. So cheap removal seems great. Expansion Explosion. Can we play it? I mean, we're not currently in red-blue, but it seems like it'd be a fun one. What are there other options? So what are we probably playing right now? If we had to guess, if we had any sense of where we were, what would we be playing? Boros? I mean, we look like mid-range. Looks like mid-range Boros to me right now. Like, if I pull Darkblade Agent, and we've put Deadly Visit over here, this card is black as well. We may or may not end up playing that, but this doesn't have to be black-blue. The Beetle is kind of, this is our only green card. We're like Boros without any early game. We're like mid-range Boros without any early game. In which case, expansion would be fine. Look, it copies the target instant or sorcerer spell with converted mana cost 4 or less. We don't have any of those. But, you know, we could draft one. I mean, Sworn Companions is very good in this deck. We have Conclave Tribunals and Flight of Equinaughts, so having some Convoke dudes seem pretty good. I don't want to first pick a Sworn Companions, but I'm kind of tempted. I mean, Pack Beast is fine. Sworn Companions would be good. The other deck we could build out of this is what? It's Golgari splashing white, right? So if we pull these out, throw in the Beetle, throw in the Child of Night, throw in the Deadly Visit, and Dispersal is over here as a 2-drop. We just don't, or we played as Discovery, not Dispersal. This is a totally splashable white card. That's fine. And this is a totally splashable white card. And we're Golgari splashing white. If we go that route, the card we want is the Burglar Rat. We have the Guildgates to support Golgari splashing white. These are all beneficial for that. But we don't get to play our Swath Cutter Giant. I don't really care about playing the Hammer Droppers. They're not that exciting to me. There's nothing about my picks that says green where it should be. There is. It's the color combination issue. You can't... The thing about Deadly Visit is, but to play Deadly Visit, we need to be blue-black or green-black. Really. Realistically. It's very difficult to splash double-colored icons like that for just one removal. We could also be Dimir splashing. That's true. Dimir splashing white is a little bit harder for us, since we don't have any of the Guildgates to support that. I guess the Golgari Guildgate kind of supports that. Yeah, I guess that's true. Our third option is Dimir splashing white. I'm up for that. I'm up for any one of those. Go black-white in Ravnica. No, I've been losing enough gems recently. Bizit. All right, I'm gonna let you guys decide. Let's run this. Let's run the vote. God, is it too early to start drinking at 9:30? Probably not. All right. All right. Demir splashing white, and the other one was Boros. It's just Boros. All right. Oh. Damn it. Let's fix that. Just a second. Almost, chat. Almost. Sorry, I took a second for the pull there. All right. There you guys go. Let me know. I am making a vote. I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it, chat. No, 4 colors is not an option to vote right now. I mean, the 4-color, honestly, the best 4-color, or the best 3. The other thing we could do is we could do Naya splashing red. We have no reason to be in green if we do that, like none at all, except the fact that the combo colors, right? All right, I'm gonna grab a little bit of water as you guys vote on this. You guys are gonna let me know which of these things that I should do, and then I promise to read the poll results. Back in a minute. All right, what's chat want? Not big on the Demir splashing white. This is the Golgari splashing white plan. I mean, that does play Deadly Visit. Deadly Visit is one of our stronger cards. It means we don't play Hammer Dropper ×2, which I'm whatever about. We don't get to play Swath Cutter Giant, which I don't think I've ever actually resolved in a draft. I would love one day to attack with that card. Sounds like it'd be fun. What else do we... Why are we in green, though? Just because it's easy to splash green and white? There's not a very strong pick on this. I mean, the Burglar Rat is what we pick here. I mean, or maybe even the Sworn Companions. The thing is... Okay. So all the picks are different, right, chat? Let's keep talking about this as you guys vote. Is Esper blue, white, black? I mean, this would be the card that comes in with Esper. And that comes out. We don't get our guild gates though, so we have no fixing of mana. It's the only card extra that we get to play. So it's Iron Shell Beetle versus Darkblade Agent to make that decision, and neither of them are particularly good. I mean, Darkblade Agent's okay. I mean, we can still postpone that decision. I mean, Burglar Rat versus Sworn Companions. The only thing that Sworn Companions pushes for is Boros. So we could grab Rat. Rat is fine for either of those decks and still make the decision easier. I would like to take Expansion, but Expansion's probably trolling. I don't have one. We don't have 4 yet, so it'd kind of be nice. All right, let's grab the Rat. And we'll postpone the decision another turn. Another pick. All right, +1 Rat. All right. What do we have? We've got a Rhizome Lurcher, which is a green-black payoff. We've got a Mission Briefing, which is a troll. We've got a City Watch Sphinx, which is a late-game Dimir card. Or we have a Thought Down Phantasm, which is a payoff in for surveilling. Rhizome Lurcher is probably as good as Sphinx. And this is a 5/4 Flying Dragon. And this is a 3/3 with a lot of arms. But they're probably about equal. So a lot of Dimir cards here that are unpicked. Although this is pack 2, so it doesn't mean shit. It just means we cut blue really hard in the first pack, right? The bots read our signals. We cut blue so hard in the first pack. And look at all the blue cards we picked. The bots are like, we're not going to get blue cards. Let's pass all the blue cards. Why don't we just play 2 drafts simultaneously? And alternate the deck we play. I don't like that my mana fixing is for a different combination than we're considering playing. I don't really like the idea of playing Dimir and then splashing white without fixing. That is the issue that's bothering me right now. I mean, I suppose an inconsistent Dimir deck probably still outperforms a consistent Golgari deck. But it would be nice to play Golgari again. I mean, we're in Golgari really hard because we have Iron Shell Beetle. So it is a payoff. A reward and a payoff in one. All right. Who wants to be punished by Golgari? All right, chat. How's this? How's this? I'm getting low on gems. I'm getting real low on gems. Should I just throw this draft to the winds? I know you guys have called for Golgari. You've said, Filthy, please play Golgari. Your suffering feeds us. We are emotional vampires who enjoy the plight of our fellow man. Should I do it? Should I go down that route? I mean, it fits our curve. It's a 4-drop. All right. We picked it. It feels so bad. All right, nice. What's our payoff? Bunch more blue-black cards. You want to run Discovery again? Let's go, Golgari. Put cards in our graveyard this way. I'm making bank and construct it. That's true. Got a Gateway Plaza, another Discovery Dispersal, and a Prey Upon. I can play this in Golgari. This is fine. I'm taking that. Card's better. Better than Prey Upon. Now I got 2 of them. Plague Crafter, decent little card. Ooh, Deadly Visit. Nice. Keeping that card. I like Plague Crafter, but Deadly Visit's better. So definitely the right decision to be in black right now. But not a lot of other decisions there. This is very hard for us, considering there are no green cards here that we care about, and no black cards. We could get this Guildgate, in case we want to get these red cards in. I mean, clearly red is what we want to be in here, red or white. Because I'm taking the worm. We could still be on the plan. All we have is 1 Rhizome Lurcher, and the cost was a Sphinx. The Sphinx is a pretty big cost, but we could still be Dimir here. Worm is not really that fine. It's okay. I mean, I guess Dazzling Lights isn't that exciting either. All right, I'll take the worm. Sinister Sabotage versus Fine Broker. Fine Broker is a payoff card. There's also a Notion Rain in here. This is one of the green-black payoff cards, though. We're taking that. It's a late Fine Broker, too. Okran Assassin. Crushing Canopy, another Guildgate. Devious cover-up's decent. I'll run the assassin. All right, getting some Golgari cards right now. I don't know why it's over there. It's not 3 drops, I guess. Yeah. Sonic Assault chat? I mean, we're not playing blue or red, but we could splash. These cards are difficult. I guess we could be back on the Boros plan. Let's grab the Sure Strike. Could grab the uncommon too. Since presumably I'm not playing this shit. We might splash that if they have really good enchantments. Would you like a last pick Thought Erasure? We need some creatures again. I think the Okapi. The Okapi is what we want to be on. I think it's better than the Recluse. By like almost not at all. But it's a creature that dies, right? It's kind of where we want to be. It's like another green card too. It's like our second green pick. The bat is fine for a deck like this. Trying to get in that graveyard. I don't want to play any of these cards. Painter I think is really bad. Like, truly awful. How is this deck going to get mana screwed? It's going to be black, green, splashing white, and we have Guild Gates to splash white. It's fucking fine on mana right now. It's not even the least bit hard on mana. So, curve-wise, these are both 4-drops. That doesn't make us any easier. We want creatures in graveyard, and we want graveyard matters stuff, but this is a totally unexciting effect. I mean, at least it's a body, I guess. The Bats is a body, though, and it's a flying body. And what a fine body it is. Look at that bat. Sexy man. God, this card is so bad. I guess we're taking the bats. Ah, bad. Punished. Double bats. Alright, take that, Garrison Sergeant. Maybe we'll splash red. We're already splashing white. Got a lot of gates. Ooh, Tajik. Payoff card. Should grab Tajik. Easy Tajik here. Just fit him in. So, Harpooner's good. Feels bad to pass Tajik, but I mean, this card's what we need. Response Resurgence. Feels bad again. And a True Fire Captain. And a Disinformation Campaign. There were some rewards here for somebody. I don't want these cards. Am I on the Beetle plan? Is Boros back on the menu? I mean, we like almost have a Boros deck here. Response is still playable. It's really not. It's between the Beetle and the Veiled Shade. This is why I should have gone Mardu. I don't even know what the color Mardu is. Like, I've never heard that color in my life before. Beetle's got some synergies as a body that dies. It's probably better than Shade. I fucking hate Shade. Alright, Beetle. Assassin number 2 versus Centipede versus Dissident. Take Assassin number 2. Wow. Boros is wide open right now. Siege Worm. It's a decent card for us, as is a Dowser of Lights. Golgari Locket's not that bad either. I think I'll take the Worm. Sure, Assemble I really like. We're splashing white anyways. That seems pretty good. Prey Upon would be good too, but this card's very good. Joined Shield's not very exciting. Veiled Shade, a Golgari Guild Gate, and a Prey Upon. I think it might be time for the Prey Upon option. Don't have that many things to prey upon with. Just our big dudes at the end, right? Could go Wand of Vertebrae. I've never used this card because it seems really bad. We could mill ourselves repeatedly for the 1 payoff, which is the Lurcher. 3 drops are a little weak. Our 2 drops are pretty full. I don't really want a Shieldmate in here. It's probably the Prey Upon or the Shade. Let's grab a Prey Upon. Dowser seems fine. Color the Culprit is also fine. I think we want creatures. This is a pretty unexciting creature for a deck that's trying to be aggressive on the ground, but I think better than the first color. Second Flight of Equinauts is too many. No, Joint Shields I really overrated when I initially looked at that card. What's our play count right now? 28 minus 3 gates. We're at 25, so we're over the play count right now. I really don't like bats in this deck. So we're at 23 right now. Are we going to splash a blue source for dispersal? Probably not. It's between the Equinauts and the Guildgate. Third Guildgate's not bad here. I don't know that I can play second Equinauts, but I do need win conditions. And my win conditions, a big flyer is a win condition for us. It's definitely not Hawk, chat. It is between Flight of Equinauts and Selesnya Guildgate. That's it. Does Fine Broker get us? The Conclave Tribunals, the Flight of Equinauts, the Siege Worm, the Vigor Spore Worm, the Okryn Assassins, the Rhizome Lurcher, everything. Fine Broker gets us fucking everything. What kind of dumb question is that? What doesn't it get us? Alright, this is, oh, I left the poll up, huh? Okay, I should finish that poll. I don't think we can afford another Flight of Equinauts in this deck. We're not actually a Convoke-oriented deck, so 8's a lot for us. I think this has got to be the Guildgate. Another Okapi is not bad. Copy, rather. We need 3 drops that die. The Crushing Canopy would be a nice sideboard, though. We do have some targeted removal at 4 pieces of pretty much total removal is decent. And a Harpooner. We may not, in a Prey Upon, we may not need the Crushing Canopy. We may just need another 3-drop. We have good 2s, but our 2s don't trade up because their power isn't high enough, and the Okapi would allow trading up. I'm kind of on the Okapi plan. I would like a Crushing Canopy, though. It's very flexible. And if we're going to get one more of these cards, we're probably getting another. I mean, there's other 3/2s that would be fine here. The Flash Agent would be fine. I could run a Shade here if I had to. Alright, let's grab this dude, though. Immediately punished. There's a Shade right there. Shade could actually be a win condition in this deck. Choose a Pack Beast, not bad. We can definitely splash for it. We have now 3 sources of mana over there. We're going to run at least 1 Plains, but not super exciting either. It's probably Shade. Whatever the fuck Sundew is doing, sure. Sundew in the sideboard. I don't want to main deck it, but does block flyers. Another Worm. That or a 4/3 that dies. I think we need some power at the end of this deck. Let's grab the Worm. Another Selesnya Guildgate. Not even sad to see it. Join Shields. And a pause for reflection. Deck ended up weird. Weird deck. We're playing Golgari again, which is always a mistake. I wish we got a Dimir Guildgate. I'm not playing Dimir. You're not playing an island for dispersal. I don't think it's very good dispersal in general. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 source. Wait, 4, 9, 10 sources of green right now. 5, 6 sources of black. That's not good enough. That's now 8 sources of black. Probably need to go down 1 more forest too. Alright. So 9 sources of black mana. 9 sources of green mana, 4 sources of white mana. That's fine. We have a little bit of issue with using our mana in the mid game. Again, no mana sinks. We missed all the guild agents, not guild agents, the guild mages. Yeah, more lurchers would have been very good. We need 3 cards out right now. We do have a couple Graveyard Matters cards, although we may end up with too many of them. The Vigorspore Worm is very much Graveyard Matters. The Pilfer, and the Rhizome Lurcher is Graveyard Matters, but the rest of the card, and Harpooner not really. Like, get a couple creatures there, it's fine. I think one of these is coming out, either 1 Shade or 1 Okapi. And I did just say we need mana sinks, so there's an argument for leaving Shade in over an Okapi. Kind of want that second Okapi though. Do I need to be running double Discovery Dispersal? Like, Surveil is nice. We have no Surveil payoffs though. This is just a cantrip that Surveils to. I mean, it's okay. It's actually a mana sink. Could cut 1 worm. Creature count is 16 right now. Prey Upon's not great in this deck. Dowser's good with Prey Upon. Fine Broker's good with Prey Upon. Lurcher's good with Prey Upon. Worm's okay with Prey Upon. Siege Worm's good with Prey Upon. And Flight of Equinox good with Prey Upon. I mean, it doesn't help us early, but it seems okay. Do we have a lot of removal? We have 2 Deadly Visits and 2 Conclave Tribunals. Doesn't feel like a lot of removal. What colors do I suggest in drafting besides Boros, Demir? Or is it? I would stay away from green if you could. Could cut a Discovery. We only need to cut 1 card, chat. We're at 41. I don't think Prey Upon gets cut here. That is true. There's some really solid Vigorspore Worm plus Assassin synergy. We could run in another, get another worm in there. It's an interesting deck right now. I think it dies to everything, but it's interesting. Rat? No, no, no. Not cutting rat. So yeah, the Discovery's maybe not so good in here. I could cut 2 Discoveries for a worm. Surveilling is very nice though, especially mid game when you're just like your lands all when you don't want to draw fucking lands. I'm not cutting Equinox. Equinox is a win condition. You like Okapi over Shade. I mean, it's. We have a couple things for Assassin. We have Assure, and we have Vigorspore Worm to pump Assassins. Should we just go with 41 to complete the trolling? Four 3-drops with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2-drops, and 1 1-drop seems pretty good. These 4-drops are very, very solid. So I guess if I look at the weakest cards in the deck, it's Dowser and the Discovery Dispersals. You can move Lurcher over here if you want to look at it that way. Second Worm over Equinox seems better. Does it? Does it, chat? Does it really, chat? I mean, we go the hardcore Graveyard Matters. Maybe that's relevant. All right. And I guess the Prey Upon is in consideration. Is it a mistake to play a double Okapi? I don't know. Which of these do we want? 1, 2, 3, 4. And I kind of want to throw that worm in for consideration. I really like the worm plus the Graveyard Matters plus worm plus Ochre and Assassin idea seems good to me. So 2 of these out. What if we just cut both the Discovery Dispersals? Get to keep my removal. We have no draw. both the worms and ran that. It seems okay. All right. All right, we'll call this deck Chat's Fault. And the picture will look on the front. What was the card the chat was really excited about? This was pick 2, pack 2. This is the decision you guys made. Pick 1, pick 2. And this is how I imagine chat and multi-armed lurching. Okay. All right, let's do it. Yeah, Discovery helps the graveyard synergies. That's true. Definitely true. I don't see anything that comes out for it. Maybe Prey Upon for one of them if we're really worried about the selection. But generally removal, especially for annoying flyers, is pretty important. And, I mean, this deck dies to the fact that if you don't hit your draws consistently, you're in a lot of trouble. You need to curve, and we may or may not curve with this deck.